The Amity Affliction, an Australian post-hardcore band. Aaron Stringer, Joseph Lilwall, and Troy Brady round out the origin of this group. These friends created epic art, to be heard and felt. Please excuse any mispronunciations by TTS. The English TTS has trouble with non-English words. But, if you watch Zentreya, you should be fine. The Amity Affliction is an Australian post-hardcore band from Gympie, Queensland, formed in 2003. None of the founding members remain in the band. The band's current lineup consists of Joel Birch, lead vocals, Dan Brown, guitar and bass, and Joe Longobardi, drums. The Amity Affliction has released 8 studio albums including Severed Ties 2008, Youngbloods 2010, Chasing Ghosts 2012, Let the Ocean Take Me 2014, This Could Be Heartbreak 2016, Misery 2018, and Everyone Loves You. Once You Leave Them 2020. They are known for their highly personal songs, often dealing with depression, anxiety, death, substance abuse, and suicide, many lyrics stemming from vocalist Joel Birch's past struggles. The Amity Affliction released their latest album, Not Without My Ghosts, in 2023. History, formation, and early releases, 2003 to 2008. The Amity Affliction formed in Gympie, a southeast Queensland town in Australia by friends Aaron Stringer, Joseph Lilwall, and Troy Brady in their final year of high school. The band was named for a close friend of the band, who died in a car accident at the age of 17. Amity referred to the friendship, and affliction was to indicate the struggle which dealing with the death caused the band members. Whilst still at high school, the band spent many times playing at school concerts and lunch breaks. In 2004, the Amity Affliction released a 3-track self-titled demo produced by Scott Mullane at Aisle 6 Recording. At the time there were 4 members, with former members Garth Buchanan on bass and Lachlan Faulkner on drums. In late 2004, vocalist Joel Birch joined the band. Following, mid-2005, the Amity Affliction released their debut self-titled EP. After the release of the EP they toured the East Coast on their 2005 East Coast Tour. In 2007, there was a lineup change when Lachlan Faulkner quit and Garth Buchanan left to join Behind Crimson Eyes. Lachlan Faulkner later joined St. Lucia. They then hired drummer, Troels Thomason, Chris Burt on guitar, originally on bass, Aaron Stringer now on bass, and the addition of a keyboardist, Trad Nathan. The Amity Affliction released a new 5-track EP entitled High Hopes, which was named for the house in which the Amityville Horror took place. The first pressing came in a CD/DVD package. The DVD featured the band discussing the recording of the EP, it also featured the band on the road and performing. Severed Ties, 2008 to 2010. The band released their debut studio album in 2008, entitled Severed Ties. The album spent a week on the Australian Albums Chart at number 26. It is the first album to feature Chris Burt's brother Ryan Burt on drums. The album features guest vocals from Michael Crafter of I Killed the Prom Queen, Confession, Matthew Wright of The Getaway Plan, J.J. Peters of I Killed the Prom Queen, D's Nuts, Grips and Tonic, Helmut Roberts and Lachlan Watt, Nuclear Summer. A music video was released for the song Fruity Lexia. The Amity Affliction played numerous shows across Sydney, Melbourne, Brisbane, Adelaide, and Perth. During May 2009, they supported the Getaway Plan along with Perth band Eloridanan, on the Getaway Plan's national finale tour. The Amity Affliction undertook a headlining tour across Australia in 2009. They also played the 2009 Stairway to Hell tour across Australia with support from UK band We Are the Ocean and Melbourne band Hopeless, with a local support band for each city. The Amity Affliction then went to the UK for a full tour supporting We Are the Ocean alongside Flood of Red and All Forgotten. Youngbloods, 2010 to 2011. In late 2009, the Amity Affliction parted ways with guitarist Christopher Bird. The decision was mutual and had been planned for some time. His last show was in London in December 2009. While all the members are still good friends with Chris, the decision was made in the best interest of the band musically. Chris now plays guitar and sings in Brisbane-based band SENC. Afterwards, Clint Ellis, splattering, from the Getaway Plan took his place. In April 2010, the band flew out to New York to record their second full-length record with producer Machine. On May 10, the band uploaded a new song from this album, I Hate Hartley, on their MySpace, and the song was later available for free download. On a pushed-forward date on June 18 as announced on their website, the band released their second studio album Youngbloods on Boomtown and Shock Records. The album was a huge success for the band, receiving critical acclaim and debuting at number 6 on the ARIA charts. The Amity Affliction went on tour in July to support the release of their second album. Joining them was Misery Signals, fellow Australians Confession and Scottish band Flood of Red. They toured Western Australia a few weeks later, joined by local band Break Even. In October, the band announced they would be releasing Glory Days, which would be a compilation of old demos and the first 2 EPs as well as 2 B-sides from Youngbloods. Glory Days was released on November 26. They then announced a UK tour with Asking Alexandria and one following with longtime friends Deez Nuts, Endwell, and Louis Nux. In the autumn of 2010, the Amity Affliction had their first American interview with alternative scene magazine Substream Music Press for its 22nd issue, just after signing to the Artery Foundation. The band found out they would be performing at the next Soundwave Festival during the actual interview for the article. On May 30, 2011, the band released their second music video from Youngbloods, following the music video for I Hate Hartley. The new music video for the song Youngbloods was released exclusively on Guvera.com. In late 2011, the band embarked on their headline nationwide tour, Fuck the Reaper, with supporting acts Asking Alexandria, Skyway, and a local band in each city. Chasing Ghosts, 2012 to 2013. During the September 17, 2011 show in Townsville, Queensland, vocalist Joel Birch announced that they were planning to head over to America early 2012 to record their third album. Then again on September 22, 2011, Aaron stated in an interview with Alt Music Hub that the band planned to begin recording their new album in April 2012. On February 8, 2012, it was announced that the Amity Affliction had been signed to Roadrunner Records for their next album and future. On May 7, 2012, the band headed over to Orlando, Florida, to start recording their third album with producer Michael Basquet. On June 7, 2012, it was announced the band's third studio album would be titled Chasing Ghosts and was set to be released on September 7, 2012 in Australia, 17 September for the UK, and September 18 for the US. Shortly after the announcement, the album's cover was revealed. The cover depicts a man hanging from a tree who is thought to have committed suicide. The graphic nature of this image caused much controversy among social media. The situation was very ironic due to the main message behind the album being anti-suicide and urging fans who feel suicidal to turn to people close to them and seeking help rather than taking their own life. The band later apologized for the artwork along with the responses band members made to fans regarding the artwork. It was revealed in a news article and magazine cover posted on 13/14 August that guitarist Imran Siddiqui would no longer be a part of the band. Furthermore, Siddiqui then did not appear in the video clip for the single Chasing Ghosts released on August 15. A fill-in guitarist played their album tour and U.S. tour in late 2012. After the release of Chasing Ghosts, the band had an Australian nationwide tour in September, October promoting their new album with supporting acts The Ghost Inside, Architects and Buried in Verona. Amity appeared on Soundwave in 2013 in February, March, and also Warped Tour Australia at the end of the year. It was announced by Joel Birch on March 24, 2013 that Dan Brown was the new guitarist, although he did not appear on the Open Letter music video. In 2013, the Amity Affliction was part of Warped Tour in the United States with Chad Hasty Glass Cloud on drums and percussion due to Ryan Burt severely damaging his cornea during a set in Portland, Oregon. Later in the tour, vocalist Joel Birch was also hospitalized due to unspecified illness, forcing the band to cancel their set in Pittsburgh. The band's next show in Cleveland was played due to the help of Sam Carter Architects, Jason Allen Butler Letlive, and Chris Roeder like Moths to Flames, sharing the stage as replacement vocals for Joel. All shows after this were played with Joel back on vocals after his recovery. Let the Ocean Take Me, 2014 to 2015. The Amity Affliction playing the Big Ass Tour in Sydney in December 2015. Late in 2013 the band went on to play the Brothers in Arms tour across Europe and Australia with support acts Landscapes and In Heart's Wake for the European portion and Chelsea Grin, Stick to Your Guns and In Heart's Wake for the Australian segment. In late 2013, the band released a demo of the song Cave In. The single was speculated to be featured on the upcoming album. However, this was proved false when the band announced the track list for their upcoming fourth studio album. The first single from the band's forthcoming album titled Pittsburgh was released on April 14. The second single Don't Lean on Me was released on May 15. The album itself, titled Let the Ocean Take Me, was released on June 6 in Australia, June 9 in the UK, and June 10 in the US. It debuted at number 1 on the Australian ARIA Albums chart, becoming the band's second consecutive No. 1 on October 11. Lead guitarist Troy Brady announced that he had decided to leave the band, making Aaron Stringer the only original member left in the band. On May 18, 2015, the Amity Affliction released a trailer for their upcoming documentary film titled Seems Like Forever on YouTube. The video description contains links to pre-order the film, released on July 10, 2015 as a standalone DVD or a deluxe 2-disc edition CD version of Let the Ocean Take Me, including 2 unreleased tracks, Skeletons, and Farewell. The band played the full Vans Warped Tour, and in November 2015 headlined in the US with the Seems Like Forever US tour with Chelsea Grin, Secrets, Cruel Hand, and The Plot in You. In mid-November, a new, non-album single Shine On was premiered on radio and released digitally without prior announcement. It reached the top 5 on the Australian iTunes chart and debuted at number 19 on the ARIA Singles chart, the band's highest. The band also co-headlined the Big Ass Tour with A Day to Remember, Motionless in White and Hands Like Houses in Australia and New Zealand in December 2015. This Could Be Heartbreak, 2016 to 2017. On May 18, the Amity Affliction posted a video to their Facebook page announcing their 5th studio album, This Could Be Heartbreak. It was also announced that the album would be released on August 12 and the band also released the music video for the first single, I Bring the Weather With Me. The song also features clean vocals from Joel Birch. Along with this new album, the Amity Affliction also announced a 1,500-person capacity per city tour in Australia called the I Bring the Weather With Me Tour at the Tivoli in Brisbane on August 19, Metro Theatre in Sydney on August 26 and 170 Russell in Melbourne on August 31. Supporting them on this tour will be Trophy Eyes. They will also tour the United States during September and October and then Europe in December for the record. On July 10 the band released their second single for the album, the title track This Could Be Heartbreak along with a music video. On August 9, the band released a lyric video for the song All Fucked Up on YouTube. The band was also featured on the Fearless compilation Punk Goes Pop Volume 7, covering The Weeknd's song Can't Feel My Face. A music video for the cover was released on June 22, 2017. The Amity Affliction officially announced that Ryan Burt departed from the band due to mental health reasons on February 5, 2018. Misery, 2018 to 2019. On June 20, 2018, the Amity Affliction released the first single, Ivy Doomsday, from their upcoming 6th studio album, Misery. The band announced that the album will be released on August 24 through Roadrunner Records. The band released an official video along with the release of Ivy Doomsday. The band released the song Feels Like I'm Dying as a second part to the Ivy Doomsday video. The official track listing was eventually revealed on the band's website. It is their fourth consecutive album to reach number 1 on the ARIA Albums chart. On January 29, 2019, the band released a music video for Drag the Lake, the first to feature new drummer Joe Longobardi of Defeater fame, who replaced Ryan Burt after he departed the band back in 2018. In September the band will complete an East Coast tour of Australia with Underoath, Crossfaith and Pagan. Everyone Loves You. Once You Leave Them, 2019 to 2021. On September 6, 2019, the band released their new song, All My Friends Are Dead, accompanied with a music video. The song marks a return to the band's heavier elements. It is their first release under Pure Noise Records. On December 31, it was revealed that the band would be releasing their new album on February 21 after the German version of Amazon accidentally leaked the product listing for the effort. The band have also released a sneak peek of an upcoming track from the album. On January 8, 2020, the band confirmed their 7th album, Everyone Loves You. Once You Leave Them, would be released on February 21, 2020, along with unveiling the track list for the album. Along with the confirmation of the album, they released the second single from the outing, Soak Me in Bleach, accompanied with a music video. On January 29, the band released the next single from the album, Catatonia, which harks back to their earlier heavier sound. On October 20, the band released 2 B-side songs that didn't make it on their 7th album, Everyone Loves You. Once You Leave Them, called Midnight Train and Don't Wait in the Water. Not Without My Ghosts, and Stringer's Departure, 2021, present. On September 15, 2021, the band released a brand new single Like Love alongside an accompanying music video. On November 17, a follow-up single titled Give Up the Ghost was released. Aaron Stringer told Wall of Sound during an interview, "We are really enjoying playing the heavier stuff again. Seems our audience is happy with that as well." On December 15, the band released Death Is All Around, the third and final track from their EP Somewhere Beyond the Blue, which was released on December 15, 2021 and features unclean vocal performances by both Joel Birch and Aaron Stringer. When discussing the new single, Aaron revealed, "We're deep into a pandemic that won't go away, with lockdowns still happening here in Australia and no touring in sight. It's a hopeless situation and one that inspired the lyrics in this song." On November 29, 2022, the band unveiled the first single Show Me Your God and its corresponding music video. On February 13, 2023, the band published the second single I See Dead People featuring Louis Nux along with an accompanying music video. On March 22, the band premiered the third single It's Hell Down Here along with a music video. At the same time, they officially announced that their 8th studio album, Not Without My Ghosts, would be released on May 12, 2023, while also revealed the album cover and the track list. On April 20, 1 month before the album release, the band released the 4th single and title track Not Without My Ghosts, featuring Femme. On May 24, 2024, it was announced on the band's official Instagram that Stringer would no longer be participating in North American leg of their tour. Tim Becken from True North would be replacing him for the remainder of the tour. On August 21, 2024, the band announced that they would be releasing a re-recorded Redux version of Let the Ocean Take Me. The band also released a re-recorded version of My Father's Son as a single along with the announcement. On September 2, 2024, Stringer announced that he would be taking a hiatus in 2025 from the band after the completion of their Let the Ocean Take Me 10-year anniversary tour's Australian leg. His touring replacement is Jonathan Reeves from Kingdom of Giants. On January 29, 2025, Stringer announced he will not be touring with the band for the foreseeable future, indicating his hiatus is now indefinite. On February 14, 2025, the band announced via Facebook that Stringer was fired from the band and they would be continuing as a three-piece. After Stringer's departure, none of the original members remain in the band.